What's poppin' moon pies? It's me, Keisha, aka Color Me Pynk, and I'm here with this week's All Tea All Shade, Real Housewives of Orange County, Season 17, Episode 15 review. Okay, you guys, so we pick up where we left off last week with Tamra and Jen going at it about Ryan, and Tamra is like she doesn't sugarcoat things, and Gina was like, well, maybe you should sprinkle a little sugar on it sometimes, because girl, you are just so harsh and just like blunt with it and ugh. But Tamra just needs somebody to cuss her out real quick. If Jen would have just cussed her out, girl, Tamra would have been left her alone. Jen, however, breaks down and is sobbing, crying, and the only person that's there to like console her is Taylor. And she calls Ryan crying, telling him, you know, what Tamra said, that he allegedly was cheated on her for a year and it wasn't just a one night thing. And he says she already knows the truth and that that's a lie. And she was like, look, if it was more than that, you need to let me know, because I swear to God, like if I find out anything else, I'm going to lose it and this, that, and the third. And he keeps on assuring her that it was literally just a one night affair with this lady. No, Bernie. I don't really know. Who y'all believe? Y'all believe Ryan or do y'all believe Tamra? So the ladies end up going to dinner that night, and Shannon was like, you know, I thought after Montana that you, Jen, and Tamra were good. And they were like, Tamra was like, I thought we were good too. And Jen agrees. So Vicki jumps in and was like, Ryan is the dirty one. I'm coming to you woman to woman. You had 5 kids. You should have made that marriage work. No man is worth that. And everybody was like, Vicki, you can't say that. And Shannon got mad and was like, that's how you feel. That's your situation. You can't put that off on her. And Jen is just sitting there stone faced, looking like the mask. That lady really messed up her face. She need to leave that face alone. My God. Gina really gets upset and was like, don't say that to someone on our trip. This is our trip. And you can't come saying stuff like that. And it's like, girl, y'all wouldn't have this show if it wasn't for Vicki. Like, don't do Vicki and try to act like she a nobody and like she can't sit with y'all. Like, she's a friend of the show. She's here for a reason, girl. And please believe next season she gonna be back full time if she chooses to be back full time. Like, you better hope that you are back next season full time, Gina. Like, girl, she was really feeling herself. I ain't like that, because you can like Vicki or you cannot like Vicki, but we not gonna act like Vicki ain't the OG of all OGs. Like, she is the original housewife. Like, let's not do that. So Vicki was like, turn it down. Like, who are you talking to? Lower your voice. And Vicki was like, I left my husband for a loser and I will never ever forgive myself. And Jen was like, thank you. You know, I appreciate you saying it. And Vicki was like, yeah, I wasn't trying to be malicious. I'm actually trying to give you good sound advice. I'm not a woman that believes like you should stay in a marriage if you're not happy. I don't think that you should stay in a marriage for the children, because a lot of times when people stay in marriages for the kids, they end up messing their kids up, because kids then grow up seeing a loveless marriage with, you know, strife and arguing, or just, you know, bitterness and no affection, and then they grow up thinking that that's how relationships are supposed to be. So I firmly believe that if Jen was not happy in her marriage, she had every right to leave, but she did not have the right to do it the way she did, with having what she calls an emotional affair. So Jen is crying and she was like, I don't know why as a woman I wasn't enough for him. It's been a hard road. And I didn't know if she was talking about her ex-husband or if she was talking about Ryan. I mean, that sentiment could actually go for both of them, because she was saying like her husband wasn't, you know, affectionate towards her. Like, things were just blah between them. But then that comment could go towards Ryan as well, because he cheated. So, child, I don't know. I feel like Jen needs to just work on herself, honestly, truly. And I think that deep down inside, she knows that this relationship with Ryan ain't right. That's why I think she's so hesitant on marrying him. And then he looks weird and sleazy. Like he literally dresses like Zach from Saved by the Bell. Like I just cannot. Like he is so corny. So we then find out that these women have been in Tulum or wherever they at for 5 days, and Shannon has not brushed not nail tooth of hers because she forgot to bring her toothbrush. And she says she figured that somebody would just bring it to her because she didn't feel like walking all the way down to, I guess, the little area where you can buy little essentials. Like, you's a nasty heifer. And then you wonder why John treats you the way he do. Like, that's disgusting. Tamra had to be the one to call down to the concierge and ask for the front desk and ask for them to bring her a toothbrush because her breath was funky. And just imagine, she had been yelling and screaming on this trip all up in people's face. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. So she had just been wiping her teeth with a cloth. What? So that lets me know that if you like forgot your shower gel or soap or whatever, you just wouldn't wash up. Like, girl, bye, Shannon. You're disgusting. And I will never, ever forget this. Ever, dragon breath. So Emily brings so the ladies are heading out into the city. Half of the group is going to go shopping. The other half is going to see a shaman. I'm so sick of this shaman crap on every single Housewives franchise. Like, enough. Can somebody go talk to a pastor or a reverend or somebody? Jesus Christ. So on the car ride into the city, Gina brings up the fact that Heather started following Emily on Instagram. And so Heather was like, when I left the friend group, I unfollowed everyone because I didn't want to see it. And Emily was like, what do you realize? She said, do you realize the reason you feel like you don't fit? Maybe it's because of things like that. And I guess she was trying to make a point that, Heather removes herself from everybody, and that's why nobody can really get close to her. And so Heather was like, I'm sure it's all my fault, making a snarky comment or whatever. Emily was like, I didn't say that. Gina then jumps in and was like, it is your fault though. To me, if you're friends with someone, you follow each other on social media. Well, girl, that's how you feel. Everybody don't feel like I got to follow you on social media to declare our friendship. Like, how old are we? Like, let's keep it a buck. I follow my friends, but that don't mean I like every post that they put up, that I post a comment under everything. Like, girl, I'm your friend in real life, not on social media. And when did Gina just start hating Heather so much? Because last season she was all up Heather's booty. Now she just acting like she could care less about the girl. Like, dang. And so Emily in her confession was like, it looks like she's putting herself up on a pedestal, like they follow me because they are the peasants and the peons, but I don't follow them because I'm the queen. And I feel like that's a reflection on how you feel towards Heather. You and Gina feel like y'all are inferior when it comes to Heather. That's something that y'all are putting out. That's an insecurity on y'all. I don't honestly feel like Heather treats them like she's better than them. Does Heather have her little snooty moments or whatever the case may be? Yes. But I have never seen her literally like try to berate somebody into feeling like she's better than them. She got her little moments. I'm not going to ever sit up there and lie, but I honestly feel like that's an insecurity within Gina and Emily. Because I don't think that Vicki feels that way. I don't think Tamra feels that way. I think that Shannon feels that way because she's always been in competition with Heather since Heather's first season. But I felt like that was a whack comment to make. And so at this point, Heather is just over it because everybody just keep on using her as a punching bag at this point. So at this point, when they get into town, the ladies that were going shopping get off the van, and Heather was like, I'm done, I'm going home. And then you hear her on her mic. I guess she was on the phone with her husband, and she was like, all these girls are all over everything I say and do. I hate them all. I just want to come home. I hate them. And honestly, truly, I just feel like Heather is just not on the same level as these ladies. And I mean that because she is the richest out of this cast. She lives a different lifestyle than these ladies do, and she will forever be singled out because of it. And I just feel like now that she's moved to LA in this apartment, she just needs to be on Beverly Hills. Like, send her over to Beverly Hills and let it be that. Bring Vicki back and just send her on her way so she could be around women that can relate to her lifestyle more. So Heather talks to Taylor about feeling like she doesn't fit in and how she can't say or do anything right. And Taylor says that she thinks it's the money and that the girls feel inferior to her. And, you know, Heather was like, well, I can't do nothing about my financial situation. And you know what I'm saying? Like I said, Heather does say little stuff here and there, but I really, truly don't think that she feels like she's better than them. Can she be a biz naive at time? Absolutely. So then Tamra and the ladies go to lunch, and she tells Shannon that Heather said she wasn't all in on her relationship. And once again, Tamra takes people's words and twists them, because in that conversation, Heather made the statement. She said, well, maybe she's just not all in on her relationship. She said it as a question, not as a statement or a fact. And Tamra then took that and twisted it, knowing it's going to hype Shannon up. And Shannon, of course, took the bait. And Heather was like, I didn't say it like that. I never said it like that. But of course, everybody hates Heather right now, so nobody's going to believe her. And Heather then drops the bomb that she never said Shannon was talking about Emily and Gina in New York. She told Emily that Tamra was talking about them. Emily got it wrong. And in her confession, she was like, oops, like, my bad. But it's like, girl, you done started all this ruckus because you done went back and told the wrong thing. And I'm like, have y'all forgot who Tamra is and how much of a ish stir she is? Like, why are y'all falling for the bait? Like, this is typical Tamra and what she does. But I think that they just hate Heather so much because of who Heather is that they just want to believe anything that they want to believe. And I'm not even a Heather stan or anything, but I just feel like they're acting ridiculous. So then Tamra tells them that Heather called Emily and Gina some losers, but Heather said she was talking about Noella. She never was talking about them. And I believe her. I believe that she was talking about Noella. And Heather in her confession was like, you're going to believe Tamra, who told you to watch Myself with You, talking about Gina. And I'm like, once again, like, Gina was all up in Heather's ear in Montana telling her to watch out for Tamra. But now all of a sudden she believed any and everything that come out of Tamra's mouth. Girl, get out of here. So Vicki at the point is at the bar crying. Cause she say she can't deal with all this hate and all this stuff and the yelling. She's not used to it no more. And she even says that she feels like the girls are piling up on Heather. So Gina was like, we do hold Heather up here because she's fabulous. No, exactly. Y'all do that. Y'all do that. She didn't ask y'all to put her up on no pedestal. Y'all did that. So they head back to the hotel. And then 4 hours later, the Tres Amigas go out dancing. And they having a good time and all this, that, and the third. And then back at the hotel, Heather congratulates Jen on finally standing up for herself when it comes to Tamra. So Heather, in her confessional at the end of the episode, says that she's going to show proof to Gina that Tamra has been talking about her. And we're going to see that on next week's episode on the season finale. And I'm ready like Freddie. So, yeah, this was a really good episode. I really will say that OC was good this season. I think that we got back to the original OC, and I was really happy with this season. I'm going to give this week's episode of the OC, I'm going to give it a B+. It was really entertaining. Y'all let me know down below in the comment section what y'all thought about it. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.